Before you check your phone, take a moment to thank God for this new day. Don't scroll. Please don't scroll right now. Because if you are hearing this message is for you. And I mean that with every ounce of truth and intention. Something very specific brought you here at this exact moment. And it's not coincidence. It's not algorithm. It's alignment. Listen to this with your heart, not just your ears. Because your soul has been waiting for a moment like this. Before the noise of the day starts pulling you in 100 different directions, before doubts creep back into your mind, before you question your worth again, the universe, God, divine energy, your angels, wanted you to hear this first. You woke up today not by accident. You were carried through the night for a reason. And I know you've been tired in a way sleep doesn't fix. You've been strong for so long that you forgot what it feels like to be held, to be reassured, to feel safe in the unseen. But hear this clearly, you are not alone, you have never been alone, and this morning marks the beginning of a shift you've been silently praying for. Take a slow breath right now, because peace is being poured into you even as you listen. Gratitude is the doorway, and today your heart is being gently opened. Thank God for waking you up, even if you woke up with worries. Thank Him for breath, even if your chest has felt heavy lately. Thank Him for protection, especially from the things you never saw coming. You may not understand everything you've been through, but nothing you endured was meaningless. Every tear, every delay, every closed door was shaping your spirit, strengthening your discernment, and preparing you for a season that requires a healed version of you. And this is where the prophecy begins, because something is changing now. If you've been feeling restless, like your soul knows something is about to happen but your mind can't explain it, that's not anxiety, that's anticipation. If you've been seeing repeating signs, angel numbers like 1111 when you check the time, 222 when you least expect it, 444 showing up in random places. This is confirmation that you are divinely supported and protected. These are not accidents. These are reminders that you are on the right path, even if the path feels unclear. You didn't miss your moment. You didn't fall behind. You are exactly where you need to be for what's coming next. And listen, this message is especially for those who have been loving deeply, hoping quietly, and hurting silently. You've been giving more than you receive, trusting when it was hard, staying kind in a world that didn't always return that kindness. But today, gratitude shifts into reward. Today, peace begins to replace pressure. Strength begins to replace fear. This morning prayer is not just calming words, it's a spiritual reset. Something heavy is being lifted from your heart right now. That tightness you've been carrying? It's loosening. That confusion? It's starting to clear. God is whispering to your spirit, I've got you. I always have. And I need you to listen closely to this next part, because it's important. What you're grateful for today will multiply faster than you expect. Even if all you can say is, thank you for keeping me alive. That is enough to unlock blessings you haven't even imagined yet. The universe responds to the frequency of gratitude and right. Now your frequency is rising. You may not see it yet, but doors are moving. Hearts are being aligned. Conversations are being prepared. Paths are being cleared. This is the moment before breakthrough, the quiet moment before clarity, the stillness before peace fully settles in. And if your heart has been longing for love, for connection, for a soulmate who understands you without explanation, trust this, nothing real is ever rushed. What's meant for you is being protected, not postponed. Both hearts are being healed before they meet. Both souls are being prepared for something pure, something safe, something divinely timed. So don't rush the process. Don't doubt the delay. This morning is about surrender, not control. It's about trusting that what's unfolding is better than what you were forcing. Stay here with this feeling. Let it wash over you. Because this is only the beginning, and what comes next will confirm everything your heart has been sensing all along. Listen to this carefully. Don't scroll, don't let your mind wander, because what I'm about to say is not for everyone, but it is absolutely for you if your heart has been feeling strangely awake lately. There is a reason you couldn't fully rest, a reason your thoughts have been deeper than usual, a reason old memories and emotions have been rising to the surface. This is not regression, this is release. God does not heal in chaos. He heals by bringing awareness, and right now you are becoming aware of what no longer belongs in your next chapter. You've been shedding old versions of yourself quietly, without applause, without recognition, and that alone has required more courage than most people will ever understand. But today, something clicks. Today, you begin to realize that the loneliness you felt was not abandonment. It was divine separation. You were being pulled away from energies, patterns, and connections that could not go where you're headed. And I know that realization stings a little, because you tried so hard to make certain things work, certain people stay, certain dreams come alive sooner than they were meant to. But hear this with clarity and compassion. What left your life made room for something aligned, something gentle, something real. If you've been asking God for a sign, this is it. The calm you're feeling right now is not temporary. It's the beginning of emotional safety returning to your spirit. Your nervous system is learning peace again. Your heart is learning how to trust without fear. And yes, I need to speak about love again, because the soulmate energy around you is strong. This connection you've been sensing, it's not imagination. Somewhere, someone is also feeling a pull they can't explain, a familiarity they haven't met yet, a sense that love is coming but in a healthier form than before. This is not a lesson relationship. This is not a cycle repeating. This is alignment. But before souls meet, healing must finish its final work. That's why you've been triggered lately. That's why old wounds tried to speak again. They were coming up to be cleared, not carried forward. And if you've been seeing signs in unexpected ways, songs that speak directly to your situation, numbers repeating when you least expect them, dreams that feel more like messages than imagination, understand this. The universe communicates with those who are finally listening. Your spiritual awakening is not loud, it's subtle, and it's powerful. You're learning to trust your intuition again, to feel rather than overthink, to pause instead of panic. And this shift is changing everything behind the scenes. Doors you thought were permanently closed are being reconsidered. Paths you gave up on are being redirected, not denied. God is not late. Timing is aligning perfectly, even if your human heart feels impatient. And this is the part one needs you to hold on to. What's coming will feel peaceful, not chaotic. It will feel familiar, not confusing. It will not require you to shrink, perform, or prove your worth. You will be met as you are, supported, chosen without condition. That's how you'll know it's real. So if you've been doubting yourself, questioning your value, wondering why things didn't work out the way you hoped, release that weight now. You were not rejected, you were redirected. You were not forgotten, you were protected. This season is not about chasing anymore. It's about allowing. Allow peace to find you. Allow love to approach you naturally. Allow blessings to arrive without guilt. Because you've done the inner work, even when no one was watching. And now, the universe is responding. Stay present with this feeling. Let it anchor into your heart. Because the next confirmation will come when you least expect it. And when it does, you'll remember this moment and realize everything was always unfolding exactly as it should. Stay with me. Don't scroll away now, because this is where the message deepens, and if your heart is still listening, it's because something inside you already knows this is real. There is a sacred pause happening in your life right now, and it's not punishment, it's preparation. You've been wondering why things feel quiet, why certain answers haven't arrived yet, why progress feels slower than your faith deserves. But listen closely. Divine timing does not rush what is meant to last. God is not withholding blessings. He is aligning every detail so that when things fall into place, they won't fall apart. And this season you're in, the one that feels like waiting, like holding your breath, like standing at the edge of something unseen, is actually the most powerful phase of manifestation. This is the space where faith matures. This is where trust is tested and strengthened. You're being taught how to rest without fear, how to surrender without losing hope, how to believe without constant proof. And that's not easy, especially for someone who has survived by being alert, prepared, always ready for disappointment. But hear this gently. You no longer need to live in survival mode. The chapter you're stepping into requires softness, not armor. It requires openness, not overthinking. That's why life has been slowing you down, not to frustrate you, but to recalibrate you. And yes, the signs are increasing. The synchronicities are getting louder. The universe is speaking more clearly because you're finally in a place to hear it. You may notice your intuition sharpening, your tolerance for misalignment fading, your desire for peace outweighing your desire to be understood. That's spiritual maturity. That's awakening. You are no longer chasing what once distracted you. You are attracting what resonates with your healed self. And let me say this with clarity. What's coming next will not feel dramatic in a painful way. It will feel steady, grounding, and safe. The breakthrough you're waiting for will arrive quietly at first, almost subtly, like a gentle shift in the air. A conversation that feels different. An opportunity that doesn't drain you. A connection that doesn't trigger anxiety. And you might almost miss it if you're still looking for chaos to signal importance. But peace is the sign. Ease is the confirmation. God does not scream when He blesses. He settles your spirit. And if you've been worried about whether you're worthy of what you're asking for, release that doubt now. Worthiness is not earned through suffering. It's inherent. You were born deserving love, support, abundance, and rest. The delays you faced were never about punishment. They were about protection. Some doors didn't open because you would have lost yourself trying to walk through them too soon. But now you're ready. Your heart is clearer. Your boundaries are stronger. Your faith is quieter but deeper. And that's why destiny is responding. There is a version of you emerging, calmer, wiser, more trusting, and that version is magnetic. People will feel drawn to you without knowing why. Opportunities will align without force. And love, real love, will recognize you without confusion. You don't need to announce your healing. Your energy speaks for you now. So if you've been feeling emotional for no clear reason, if tears have come unexpectedly, if gratitude and grief seem to coexist in your chest, that's integration. Old chapters closing. New ones anchoring in. You are becoming someone who no longer begs the universe for signs, you recognize them. And as this message continues to unfold in your life, you'll begin to see proof not through grand gestures, but through consistent peace. So stay present. Stay open. Keep choosing gratitude, even on quiet days. Because what's unfolding is not random, it's divinely orchestrated. And very soon, you'll look back at this exact moment and realize, this was the turning point. Stay right here with me. Don't scroll now, because this is the part your heart has been quietly waiting for, even if your mind didn't know how to ask for it. Everything you've heard so far has been preparing you for this moment of understanding, this deep emotional exhale your soul has been craving. You've reached a sacred threshold in your life where striving is slowly being replaced by trusting, where forcing is dissolving into allowing, and where fear is losing its authority over your decisions. And I know this transition feels unfamiliar, because for so long you survived by staying alert, by expecting disappointment before hope, by bracing yourself for loss even in moments of joy. But listen closely now, those old survival patterns are being gently released, not ripped away, because God is kind with your healing. You are learning how to receive without guilt, how to rest without anxiety, how to believe that good things can come without something bad following immediately after. This is not naive faith. This is mature faith. This is the kind of faith that says, I don't need to control the outcome to trust the process. And that alone is activating blessings you couldn't access before. You may have noticed that your prayers have changed lately. You're not begging anymore. You're not desperately pleading for signs. Your prayers have become quieter, more honest, more surrendered. Sometimes all you can say is, God, you know my heart, and somehow that feels like enough. That's because it is enough. God hears what you can't articulate. The universe responds to what you feel, not just what you say. And right now, your energy is shifting from lack to openness, from longing to readiness. This is why old temptations don't pull you the way they used to. This is why conversations that once drained you now feel unnecessary. This is why your spirit craves depth, truth, and safety over excitement and chaos. You are no longer here to repeat cycles, you are here to end them. And this ending is sacred. It's emotional. It's layered. There will be moments when you grieve versions of yourself you're outgrowing, people you once loved deeply, dreams that no longer fit the person you're becoming. Let those emotions move through you without judgment. Healing is not about forgetting, it's about integrating. And as you do, you are making space for divine fulfillment to enter in a way that doesn't overwhelm you, but supports you. Now let's talk about union, not just romantic, but spiritual, emotional, and energetic union. The reason soulmate themes have been surfacing so strongly in your life is because you are approaching alignment, not just with another person, but with yourself. And when that alignment happens, love meets you differently. It no longer feels like chasing, guessing, or proving. It feels like recognition, safety, home. The connection meant for you will not trigger your abandonment wounds. It will soothe them. It will not confuse you, it will clarify you. And it will arrive when you least expect it, but exactly when you're ready, not because you're perfect, but because you're honest, aware, and open. This union begins within first. That's why God has been teaching you patience. That's why timing has been non-negotiable. Because rush love feels intoxicating but unstable, while divinely timed love feels calm but unshakable. And you are being prepared for something unshakable. So if you've been feeling moments of deep peace followed by waves of emotion, understand this: you are integrating a new reality. Your nervous system is learning safety. Your heart is learning consistency. Your soul is learning that it doesn't have to earn rest. This is what fulfillment looks like before it becomes visible. This is what surrender feels like before it becomes celebration. And I need you to hear this clearly. Nothing that is meant for you will miss you. Not love, not purpose, not opportunity, not joy. You don't need to chase destiny. Destiny responds to alignment. And alignment is happening now, quietly, steadily, divinely. So as you move through the rest of this day, walk gently with yourself. Speak kindly to your heart. Stay grateful even when clarity isn't complete yet. Because you are standing in the middle of an answered prayer, one that didn't arrive the way you imagined, but arrived exactly the way your soul needed. And this is not the end of the message. This is the moment before everything begins to make sense. Stay with me just a little longer. Don't scroll now, because this final part is where everything comes together, where the message seals itself into your spirit, and where what you've been feeling but couldn't name finally finds words. If you're still here listening, that alone is confirmation that your soul was ready for this moment. Something inside you has softened, opened, exhaled. And that's not accidental. This is the closing of one spiritual cycle and the quiet activation of another. You didn't come this far just to survive. You came this far to live in peace, to love without fear, to wake up without heaviness in your chest. And today, as this message reaches you, gratitude becomes your anchor. Not forced gratitude. Not pretending everything is perfect. But deep, honest gratitude for how far you've come, for the strength that carried you through nights no one saw, for the resilience that kept you standing even when hope felt thin. Take a moment right now, yes, right now, and acknowledge yourself. You made it. You're still here. And that alone is a miracle worth honoring. God has been watching every quiet victory, every time you chose kindness instead of bitterness, every moment you held on when it would have been easier to give up. And now, peace is not just something you're hoping for, it's something you're stepping into. This is the kind of peace that doesn't depend on external validation, on text messages, on outcomes, on timing. It's the peace that comes from alignment, from knowing deep down that your life is unfolding with purpose, even when not every detail is clear yet. And listen carefully, because this is important. The universe responds to who you are becoming, not who you used to be. And you are becoming someone grounded, aware, emotionally honest, spiritually awake. That's why chaos no longer excites you. That's why you crave calm, depth, and truth. That's why shallow connections feel exhausting now. You're not losing anything, you're outgrowing it. And as you do, blessings will meet you with less resistance. Love will approach you with clarity instead of confusion. Opportunities will align without you having to force them into existence. This is divine cooperation at work. And if you've been waiting for a final sign, a final confirmation that you're on the right path, let this be it. You wouldn't feel this sense of calm, this emotional release, this quiet hope if something wasn't aligning behind the scenes. God does not tease the heart, He prepares it. And right now, your heart is being prepared to receive without fear. Receive love without bracing for loss. Receive joy without expecting it to be taken away. Receive peace without questioning how long it will last. This is a new way of living for you. And yes, it might feel unfamiliar at first. You may catch yourself waiting for the other shoe to drop. But gently remind yourself, you are safe now. You are supported now. You are allowed to rest. The soulmate connection you've been sensing, the purpose you've been feeling pulled toward, the emotional fulfillment you've been craving, they are not illusions. They are invitations. And when they arrive fully, they will feel natural, not overwhelming. They will add to your life, not drain it. They will reflect the healing you've already done. So don't rush ahead mentally. Stay present. Stay grateful. Stay soft. Let this day unfold without pressure. Whisper a quiet thank you. To God, to the universe, to yourself. Say, I trust what's unfolding, even if I can't see it yet. Because trust is the final key. And as you move forward from this moment, carry this truth with you. Nothing meant for you will require you to abandon yourself. Nothing meant for you will come through fear. Nothing meant for you will arrive to break you. What's meant for you will feel like peace meeting peace. Love recognizing love. Purpose aligning with purpose. This is not the end of your story, it's the beginning of a gentler chapter. One where gratitude leads, faith steadies you, and strength flows naturally instead of being forced. And if this message found you today, remember this: whenever doubt tries to return, you are guided, you are protected, you are deeply loved, and you are exactly where you need to be. Stay here in this feeling. Let it settle. Because this calm you feel right now, that's confirmation, I mean,